A very good morning. I have come to teach Standard 7 English Grammar, chapter number 35, Comparisons of Adverbs. So before we go ahead with the chapter, let us understand the chapter's name. What is this chapter trying to tell us? Or what are we going to learn in this chapter? Now when I say comparison means to compare. Comparison means to compare one thing from another. But out here, what are we comparing? Out here we are comparing the adverb. So what is an adverb? An adverb is a word that adds meaning to a verb. Like for example, if I say I eat, so out here eat becomes a verb. But then if I say I eat slowly, then the word slowly is giving me more meaning to the word eat. So that becomes the adverb. So let's go ahead with our three comparisons that we have. One is the positive comparison, the comparative comparison, and then we have the superlative comparison. Now when I talk about the positive comparison, in the comparative comparison, there is no comparing. You don't compare anything. You simply say a sentence, or you simply write down a sentence with an adverb in it. For example, I give you, I have a big pencil. I have a big pencil. So out here the word big is my positive comparison, which is also called the positive degree. So in positive we don't have any comparisons. Now let's talk about the next one. It's called comparative degree or the comparative comparison. Now what is comparative? Comparative means when you compare A with B, or you compare something with something else. Like as I said, I have a big pencil. Now in comparative degree, the sentence could be different. It would be different, and that sentence would become, my pencil is bigger than yours. My pencil is bigger than yours. So out here we have the word bigger, which means we added the word er. And after that we use the word than. So these two is very necessary. We need to have these two in your comparative. If you're writing a sentence which is in the comparative degree, then you have to use the word er and the word than. Without the word er and without the word than, that sentence will not be taken as a comparative degree. Now let's talk about the next one, the third, which is called superlative degree. In superlative degree, what happens? In superlative degree, there is no comparison because this is the best. It cannot be compared with anything. Nothing can be compared to it. So out here, what do we add? We add the word est. We add the word est, and before the adverb we use the letter that the word that is the biggest. So this is about your comparisons. Your positive, which means no comparison, it remains the same. Same adverb, same sentence, no problem. Comparative degree, you need to use the letter er, that is to the adverb. If the adverb is big, then we make it bigger. And after the adverb, we use the word than. Do not forget to write the letter or to write the word than, because if you miss out the word than, then the entire sentence would be wrong. Like I'll just give it to you. My pencil is bigger yours. It does not sound right, it is not right. How would it be correct? It would be correct if I say my pencil is bigger than yours. And the last one we have is your superlative degree, which means you add the word est to the adverb, and before the adverb, again, you have to use the word the. Do not forget the word the, because the sentence would be wrong. If I say, my pencil biggest, wrong. But if I say, my pencil is the biggest, that would be correct. Now there are two ways in which we can use the comparisons. The first way is that if there is any word which has just one syllable meaning sound, it has just one syllable, then in the comparative degree you add er, and in the superlative degree you add est. Same way how we done it with the adjective, we are doing it with the adverb. And the second way in which we can do it is that if there is any adverb which is ending in ly, then what you do, you write the same word. The word does not change in your positive, comparative and superlative. It does not change. But just before the word, in your comparative you use the word more, and in the superlative you use the word most. So this is how we deal with the comparisons of adverbs. I do hope that you have understood these particular important points that I have pointed out. In this chapter there is an exercise, so I would wish all of you all to go ahead and complete it from the book which you'll have. And apart from that, you'll need to make a note of 35 different adverbs with a comparative degree and a superlative degree. 35 comparative, positive and superlative. I do hope that you have understood this class. I will be back with chapter number 36. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.